Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm coming at you guys with another tattoo related video, and this one is going to be talking about all about the portrait tattoos that I would eventually want tattooed on my body. So for those of you who do or do not know, black and gray is probably my favorite style of tattooing, and as of recently I have been super obsessed with portrait tattoos, especially portrait tattoos that are done in black and gray. I have a list of 4 portrait tattoos that I really want tattooed on my body in the future. Obviously, these are all kind of long-term plans because portrait tattoos are very expensive and they are very time-consuming and they take a long time to heal, and there's multiple sessions sometimes. So I do already have 2 portrait tattoos done on my body. They are both on my legs. The very first portrait tattoo I got is of Michael Myers. For those of you who don't know who Michael Myers is, he is from the Halloween movies, the John Carpenter ones, all the way back from 1976. We're talking like way before I was born. Those are my favorite Halloween movies of all time, favorite horror movies of all time. So, and he is also my favorite serial killer character. So I decided to get him on my left calf. And I did do a video recording myself getting that tattoo. If you do want to see that, I will have it linked up in the corner. That was my very first portrait tattoo and I fell in love with it. Now for those of you who are going to ask who does my portrait tattoos, I go to Johnny Spinoso at Wealthy Street Tattoo, which is in Grand Rapids, Michigan. For those of you who want to, go to him for any of your portrait tattoos, he's amazing at them. And I do go to Wealthy Street Tattoo quite often as well. So yes, he was the first person to put a portrait tattoo on my body, and he is the person who sparked this interest for portrait tattoos for me, and all of a sudden I just wanted all these people tattooed on my body. I just became obsessed. So Michael Myers was in fact my very first portrait tattoo, and then my most recent tattoo and my second portrait tattoo that I have is Marilyn Monroe, and she is on my right upper thigh. I have not done a video on her yet because she is still healing. I haven't fully decided if I'm going to do a dedicated video on that tattoo yet. If I do, you'll see it. If not, then that's that. But I love that tattoo as well. It's amazing. I love Marilyn Monroe. I have always loved Marilyn Monroe. She's just very inspiring. Those are the 2 that I have. Now moving on to the ones that I want. A lot of people may think they're stupid or blah blah blah, and quite frankly I really don't care because this is my body, this is my vessel, not yours, not anybody's. So I mean, if you don't agree with these ideas, then the very simple thing I have to say is don't get them tattooed on you then. But the very first one, and this might be either maybe my 3rd or 4th portrait tattoo, and I really want a portrait tattoo on my arms. And since I am very tiny, my arms are super small, so there's really not a lot of room to go, ham on a portrait tattoo. However, we did figure out a placement for a portrait tattoo that I would love to get in the future, maybe next year sometime. That would be awesome, and that is Mr. Marilyn Manson. Oh my gosh. So when I started getting into rock music and kind of discovering that whole world of that genre, I instantly became obsessed with Avenged Sevenfold and Marilyn Manson. Those were like my 2 things that I constantly listened to, obsessed with them, love them. I do have a death bat on my foot, hurt like hell by the way. I do have the 2 Marilyn Manson hearts tattooed on my stomach, and I feel like Marilyn Manson just has one of those looks where it's just very unique, it's very badass, it's just amazing, and I think it would make a great portrait tattoo, and my artist also agrees. And I told him, I was like, I really want one on my arm somewhere because I want your work to be seen more often than when I'm just wearing shorts, you know what I mean? So we decided that Marilyn Manson will probably go on this part of my arm right here because, as you guys know, or maybe you don't know, Marilyn Manson has a very elongated face, so we could be able to work something out where he could go on my arm right here. It's good to find an artist who wants to tattoo a design rather than an artist who's just like, I don't really want to tattoo that, you know what I mean? So the fact that he's excited about it gets me excited about it, and it just all works out in the end. So the next idea that I am definitely going to make happen, and that is of course Chucky from Child's Play. You guys you know, if you're into horror movies, you know very, very well what I'm talking about. And I talked to my artist while I was getting Michael Myers actually, and I said, so how do you feel about doing, you know, other horror movie characters? Like, are you into it? Or are you not? And he's like, hell yeah, those are some of my favorites. So I said, okay, how do you feel about Chucky? And he looks at me with this huge smile and he's like, hell yeah. So definitely Chucky is going to be on the works, and he is going to go on the same spot as Michael but on the other leg. So I'll have one on one side and one on the other. Now it is going to hurt like hell because my Michael Myers portrait was definitely very, very painful. Did not enjoy getting that at all. It sucked the whole time, but it's worth it. And I know a lot of people are gonna ask like, oh, what Chucky? Like, and what they mean by what Chucky is like what movie, what year, and I'm definitely feeling Bride of Chucky, where he has like all the staples and the just everything. I think that would make a badass portrait. Very, very detailed, very in-depth. That will probably take 2 sessions, I imagine, just because of all the work and shading and blah blah blah. The reason why Bride of Chucky is because when I first discovered Chucky and I first discovered the Child's Play movies was when I first saw Bride of Chucky. That's when I got excited. That's when I became obsessed with those movies. So that's why I want to get the Bride of Chucky. Child's Play Chucky is very, very awesome, very creepy. I love that too, but I gotta go with my roots, like my roots of how I started into the whole Chucky world. So the Marilyn Manson and Chucky are for sure going to happen. Maybe within the next 2 years, I will probably have both of them on my body, and I'm so excited. The next 2 ideas that I've been kind of playing around with, you guys have kind of heard me talk about it every now and again, and that is, of course, my dogs. I have 2 dogs. I have a Chihuahua Terrier mix, and then I have a purebred Chihuahua. Jackal and Motley, my 2 little boys. You guys have seen them in my vlogs, in my videos, on my Snapchat. My dogs are everywhere, and I have just been really considering getting them tattooed on me. They would make such cute portrait tattoos, and the only reason why I haven't gotten it done yet is because I think my portrait artist, I think he does do animals, but I feel like human portraits and animal. Oh, hi, honey. Here's Jackal. He decided to come say hello and make an appearance today. Yeah, this is my Chihuahua Terrier mix. This is Jackal. He's my little devil dog. Jackal definitely fits him because he is evil, aren't you? Yeah, you're so evil. Okay, go play. Yeah, I just feel like human portraits and animal portraits are very different. And I mean, I really want their portraits to look just like them because they're very unique. They're my babies. I would be able to tell right away if they were mine or not. So I have been playing around with that idea. There are no plans within the next 2 years to get them, but maybe sometime down the road, I will maybe get them tattooed on me. I think those would be really cute because if you don't know, my dogs are literally my life, my babies. They are the reason I get up every day. They are like something I can take care of, like, because I don't have any kids, thank God, but they're like my kids to me, and I would want them on my body forever because they just mean so much to me. So I would probably get my dogs maybe sometime down the line. And then the very last portrait tattoo that I would think would make an awesome portrait tattoo, the infamous and the lovely Jeffree Star. Now, a lot of people, especially in today's times, they don't like Jeffree Star. They think he's a bully, they think he's a racist, they think he's mean, blah, 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 blah. And quite frankly, I think all that's bullshit. Everyone's gonna have their own opinions, you know, just like people have their opinions on Marilyn Monroe or Marilyn Manson or horror movies. You know, it's really stupid that, you know, someone gets so successful and everybody has to come up with something to tear him down. I love Jeffree Star. I think he's amazing. I've loved his music, I've loved his look, his style, and his cosmetics line is the best I have ever tried. So I would definitely for sure get Jeffree Star tattooed on me, probably either on my other thigh or maybe on my arm because he also does kind of have an elongated face. Very, very beautiful face, but very, just kind of elongated, kind of like Marilyn Manson. So I think it would fit good on my arm because my arms are very kind of like long and skinny, you know what I mean? He is the definition of I don't give a fuck. He is the definition of do whatever you want, look however you want, be whoever you want. I think he's inspirational because, you know, he used to be someone who was an outcast and people would make fun of him and bully him, and he started a music career. It did really well. Then he kind of hit a roadblock, and then he started his own cosmetics line, which is amazing. I'm definitely more focused on Marilyn Manson and Chucky right now. Those will probably be the next two. Yeah, that is basically every portrait tattoo that I can think of that I would want tattooed on my body. I figured it would be kind of fun to upload on my channel. What did you guys think of it? Let me know down in the comments. If you enjoyed it, give a huge thumbs up. Don't forget to go down and subscribe. And a question in the comments is, what portrait tattoo would you get tattooed on you and why? Go ahead and leave your answers as well in the comments, and I will see you guys very soon in my next video. I love you guys. Bye!